Come on, YouTube, give me the money. There we go. All right, guys, we're going to be talking a little bit about what's been going on in Chaos Zero Nightmare. So there's a couple of things going on with the CN stuff. We're going to be looking at a Reddit post and kind of giving our thoughts on that. Apparently there's some issues with how it's been perceived story-wise and just some different things. So I wanted to get my take on it, you know, kind of talk about it a little bit. So the actual Reddit post that we're going to be looking at, though, is translated because they did a a KR live stream, and it was all in Korean, unfortunately. So they have a couple of people that were able to, looking for a little bit of music here, were able to like basically use AI to translate it and stuff. So hopefully we're going to be able to take a look at that and see what's going on, and then kind of go from there. Just because I don't know, man. I'm like, I've been so interested in the game that I just didn't really see much going on until like today. I was like, damn, and then all of a sudden all this stuff came out with trying to think of what kind of music I want to listen to. Hold on. Trying to like talk at this while I'm also reading different things around here. Oh, music. This could be there's not that much in here. That's all right. Open this. All right, there we go. Kind of get a flow going. Anyway, I want to see what everybody has to say. You know, I want to see what's kind of going on, just because I've been really interested in the game, and obviously, you know, I like to kind of stay up to date in the spaces that I'm currently in or like covering. Let me pull this over here. So this is pretty lengthy though, so I don't know how much of this I'll actually like read through and through. I mean, obviously I want to get a good idea of what's going on. I kind of wish it was more of a summary. It's pretty long. You know, it's not like a little, you know, thing. Well, it's actually not that bad. All right, so let's go ahead and jump straight into it. So I'm going to switch screens here. Hopefully I can count out of the way. So this is on Reddit. This is like I said, it's from the emergency live stream that happened in the Korea side. This is like kind of a summary of that by Construction Fit. So shout out to them for being able to do this for us and breaking it all down. Now, this is basically the CEO of Super Creative and director of the game Chaos Zero Nightmare conducted a live broadcast to issue a comprehensive apology. Let's zoom it in a little bit so we can actually see what we're doing. But this is just a lot of different post-launch failures. Honestly, I didn't think it was that bad for the launch, but he accepted full personal responsibility, widespread service instability, and critical flawed main story that marginalizes the player and the mass. Okay, so basically a lot of this is just going over the fact that they had issues with the story and how the character as perceived during that story. So I've come to understand that a lot of people are kind of upset, or at least the Korean audience are pretty upset with the way that we've been kind of pushed to the side. We're more of like a, you know, somebody that's just watching. It doesn't seem like we play a major part, and that's a big issue. So the first one is acknowledgement of core failures. Director began the broadcast by identifying and taking ownership of primary issues that plagued the game since its launch. He acknowledged that these problems have caused significant disappointment among the user base, and stated his role as the company's representative carried a heavy responsibility. So service instability and some technical issues. So they have a couple of different identified problems, a series of critical bugs, including failures in processing payments and item delivery. I can't say that I've been affected by that because I haven't bought anything from the game. Duplicate rewards resulting from login errors. Also haven't got any of that. A Korean language regression issue that led to critical misunderstandings. So I'm guessing like what, translations? We've had a little bit of tech stuff. I will say like so much of the translation for us anyway has been like it coming off the the screen where you can't really read it, or it's just like improperly formatted would be like the issue that I've had so far. The necessary of numerous hot fixes to address ongoing bugs. A new issue related to Prism module observation that occurred on the day of the broadcast. So the module thing is just the like kind of fancy foil that you can get. You can roll for these and you can get like a fancy foil for the cards that you have. I haven't had any issues with that though. They're working day and night to resolve the issues as quickly as possible. So we're trying to fix everything. And then B is critical flaws in the main story narrative. So this is a big thing that I've been seeing. The core narrative flaw was identified as positioning the player as an observer rather than the protagonist. He recognized the problem, stating that the fact that the game's characters are building bonds only with characters other than the protagonist is clearly a mistake. Cause of the flaw, he admitted to being aware of the story issues prior to launch. However, in a desire to meet the promised release schedule, he made the rash decision to proceed and intending to fix issues later in updates. He described his mindset as thinking too easily and expressed deep regrets. So I read a little bit of the story, and honestly, I mean, I kind of get the idea that we're kind of like more of an observer and we're just kind of hanging out and watching everybody kind of do some different things. I in particular don't really care too much about whether we're like a self-insert or like an observer. I kind of just like the storytelling of it. If we really are just an observer watching kind of like different things unfold, I don't really have too much of an issue with that, just as long as the story is good and has different like strong connections between different characters. And I honestly felt like the game was doing a pretty decent job at that. There's a little bit of weird stuff, and it wasn't playing as much into like kind of the grotesque nature that I thought it was going to, because I thought it was going to be a little bit more doom and gloom, and it was for the first like 10-15 minutes. And then a lot of it was like, you know, a little bit different than I was expecting. But overall, I haven't really watched a lot of the story, so I can't really say too much of it because I've been skipping a lot of it just because I've been trying to get through the game and some different stuff like that. But as like this is being like, oh, we need to be the main person, I kind of get in the spot where I feel like a lot of the gacha games we've been recently seeing, we're just like the center of attention all the time. And I get us being like the protagonist or like the main character and stuff, so obviously we're supposed to feel that way. But sometimes you can get to a point where you almost like, I don't know, it's like a harem or whatever you want to call it, where everybody's just so fixated on us and we're just like this, you know, god to everybody. And I don't really like that story either. You know, I don't really like the thing where it's like we're like the pinnacle of everything and this whole entire world is built upon us. It's like I kind of like a balance. Like I want to be important, but I don't want to be like the thing. You know what I mean? I want these characters to be able to bond and like do things together. And I'm just kind of like there as like either we're in support mode or we're like able to do like harsh things or we're able to make choices that like affect things. But at the same time, we're not the thing. You know what I mean? Like this place could function without us, but it's a lot better that we're here. You know what I mean? Like I'm kind of in that spot. So I haven't really had too many issues like that. So let's go on to the next one. So this is going to be staff departures and development process issues. He confirmed that many members of Scenario team resigned last year and stated unequivocally the reason was my excessive intervention. He explained that under the pressure of the looming deadline, he personally participated in writing the script and pushed back production forcibly. This stifled the creativity of the talented writers he had hired. He further revealed that the individuals who completed the current main story under limited time and constraints also had resigned. He reiterated the departure of the writers is entirely my responsibility. So this is kind of an interesting thing. If he was really kind of like micromanaging, I can definitely understand why somebody in a position that's being hired to write somebody would feel like, oh, well, I want to leave then. Like if somebody's just going to take over the role, it's like, okay, then why am I here? If you can't trust somebody that you hired to do something to do it, then there's not really a point in hiring them to do it. Now, obviously you make suggestions as the director, you want to have a flow and a way of saying like, hey, this is kind of where I want it to go. I can see what you're writing. But here's kind of like the general idea. Get me there. You know what I mean? I feel like a director is more of a person that's like, you know, a mediator of sorts. Basically like, here's like the beats I want you to hit, whatever you're kind of going in the middle of that. Let me like look over it and we'll kind of see if something needs to be redesigned or maybe looked at a little differently. But jumping in full fledged, I can definitely see that being a little bit of an issue just because like, hey, like I said, what's the point of hiring somebody if you're going to write it yourself? You know, so maybe he had a certain vision that he had and he really wanted to get it out that way. But at that point, that should have been discussed or maybe not pushed as hard when it came to like limited time and constraints. Because obviously, if you are on limited time and have a strict deadline, you have to be a little bit more lenient on some stuff, at least in my opinion. So the next one is complete overhaul of the main story chapters 1 through 5. So this is pretty interesting. This is one of the reasons I actually kind of even wanted to make this video and or stream it. The most significant comment in it is a full-scale rewrite and redevelopment of the main narrative. To fundamentally recenter the story on the player's character, the captain, as the sole protagonist of the world. Okay, so the key changes: the structure that causes the protagonist to be excluded by surrounding characters will be fundamentally destroyed. It's such a weird way to say that. I'm guessing it's like the way that they converted it. Character revision. Controversial characters will be completely revised to eliminate narrative problems. The story's dark and desolate tone will be amplified, okay, with greater focus on narrative weight and psychological depth. So this is kind of like what I wanted. This is what I thought going into it. It would be a lot more darker and desolate. I like that kind of stuff because right now we don't have a lot of gacha games that are doing that besides like, you know, Arc Knights. Wuthering Waves is dabbling in some of the different stuff. They're doing a pretty decent job. But other than that, we don't have a lot of like grotesque stuff. We have Libus Company also. They're doing a really good job. So you obviously know that there's some sort of market for it. And I feel like a lot of people can get into it. So this for me is kind of weird though, because it's like you're going to rewrite a story that's already been told. So how are we going to like, are we going to go back and rewatch it? Or how is it going to like progress? Are we going to get wiped out of all that stuff and then have to like replay it? It's kind of interesting to see like how that would actually happen. The overhaul will be comprehensive effort, including new professional voice recordings, not just text changes. So yeah, so it looks like they're going to even re-record voice lines. The full renewal of the chapters 1 through 5 is promised to be completed the first half of next year. Yeah, I'm very interested to see how this plays out. Like, I've never seen a game revamp its story that's already been told. Like, how do you go back and redo it? You know what I mean? Like, I've seen things where it's like, okay, they got off to a rocky start at the beginning, so all they do is they kind of like start shifting the future of the story. It's like, okay, well, the beginning was a little weird, so let's like kind of move the rest of the story to be more what we wanted. And that's what I thought they were going to do. Because like a lot of games come out with, I wouldn't say like a super weak first part of the story, but you know, some games are trying to find their identity. They're trying to find some different things. So then you get into a point where, you know, you kind of have to make this story as it goes in some different ways. So then it becomes more fleshed out, more fulfilled and different things like that. So, you know, it'd be very interesting to see how they decide to do this since it's already been out. What's up, Chad? Yeah, dude, I love this game. It's fun. It's a lot of cool stuff, the deck building and, you know, just having like, I don't know, man, it's been a minute since I played a game where I could do a lot of cool stuff like that. Okay, so the next one is compensation and service debilitation. So starting the following day, 10 pickup. So the premium summons here, we'll get 10 of them. They'll be distributed to all players every week for the duration of November. So there's a lot of polls, dude. So Kim stated that any revenue lost resulting from the large scale compensation is a necessary consequence of the company's mistakes. This is a price we must naturally bear, as it is our responsibility for creating such errors. This is kind of interesting though, because it's like, okay, so even if you don't care about the story stuff, I guess very luckily, I guess you get like 50 polls essentially for, you know, if you get 10 polls every month or every week for the November, it's going to be like, what, 40, like almost 50 polls. So even if you're not a person who gives a shit about the story or whatever, the fact that they're going to rewrite it and give us like compensation for it's kind of wild. So I feel like a lot of people who are like on the global side that don't really care too much about this kind of stuff, or maybe people who skip the story are just like, all right, cool. I just got a free 50 polls. So I think a lot of people are just kind of on the, like the thing where it's like, oh, well, I'll just take the compensation. Localization and translation improvement. So this is something that I've even noticed on the global side. And like I was talking earlier, they had some different things with text inconsistencies. So this is basically what we're talking about. They did a bug where the text for an item related to. So I haven't really seen too much of this stuff. So it looks like there's a discrepancy between the Korean and global versions of a related item. That's annoying, dude. I hate when an item has a mistranslated like rating or label or something, because it's like it's kind of hard to trust anything when something has a different stat or different meaning in a different, you know, iteration of the game or something like that. So it becomes one of those things where it's like, well, how do I know how I want to build something if the item in question like is different? You know, it has different properties and stuff like that. The team has reviewed its entire text management process. He's promised to improve localization so that no user in any region feels isolated by this kind of problem. He also acknowledged that the different localization teams, US, Japan, have some creative freedom. Oh, okay. And that a clear internal policy on the extent of such variations will be established and communicated. Okay, I actually didn't know this though. They have different creative freedoms, but they have to have some sort of policy. So I'm guessing the policy is like you can't be dramatically different in terms of like your stuff and the different things that you like have progression. Like I was just talking about, you can't have like vastly different stats and stuff because like you have to have some sort of continuity between the different versions. The only text localization stuff I've seen is, like I said, it goes off the screen. That stuff annoys me. My main dude, I got a couple of teams, honestly. I'll boot up the game here in a minute. What's up, Lauren? I mean, it's not a huge drama. It's just a lot of the Korean side of the company is having a lot of issues, or not really the company, but the actual like fan base over there is having some issues with the story and just some different stuff with, you know, text and localization improvements and stuff like that that they're looking for. So there's kind of a big outcry right now for mainly the main story narrative, but we're kind of reading through this, which was a live stream that they just did. I think sometime this morning or something like that. And it was only in Korean. So this is like kind of translated through that. But basically the devs came on and they're like apologizing, and they're going to give us like 50 polls basically on the main, you know, banner or whatever. So anyway, so adjustments to gameplay and monetization. So character affinity, the director acknowledged that raising a character's trust is currently too difficult due to the lack of available gift items. This is actually kind of true though. Not gonna lie, bro. This is actually kind of true. It is kind of hard to raise affinity. However, I will say this. I feel like people get in this spot when it comes to these games that they want to raise stuff like that so fast. And I feel like it's like a drip thing. Like the affinity stuff is like kind of a drip type of stuff. Like you just kind of do it periodically and you kind of build it. I do wish there was different gifts, like available gifts, if I can buy it or like, you know, use my currency from your like city or whatever to do more gifts. That would be better. So he promised that the system would be improved in the first major update to make the progression much smoother. However, it's like, it's just one of those things where I feel like you just kind of have to progress with it. You know, you're not going to get every character to affinity level, you know, whatever it is, 10, 15 that you need to get for their like, you know, cool back art. It's cool, but it's one of those things that like you kind of, I guess, I don't know, maybe you do want it to be quick. I kind of like it being a little slow pace, because then it's like once you finally get it, like, damn, look what I have as my lobby. You know what I mean? Because then you can showcase the characters in your lobby, and that actually kind of means something because you took time to do it. Addressing complaints about monetization, he explained the current model was chosen based on two main arguments. The cost to acquire a character is approximately 30% cheaper than in a game like Genshin Impact. Well, that's a bad game. That's kind of a bad game to reference, not gonna lie. The absence of limited time characters allows players a more relaxed long-term approach to collection. He committed to providing more in-game currency and rewards to make character acquisition easier for players. I will say I've got quite a bit of stuff, dude. I got quite a bit of polls, but that comes from the game just launching, so I can't really say much about what it's going to look like. I really want to see what happens like with our first event and just the amount of currency we can get from an event, because obviously when a launch happens, I actually skipped Haru, so I haven't really even pulled but 10 on that banner, so I have quite a bit of currency and quite a bit of premium polls, to be honest. And plus with these extra 40-50, I'm going to be pretty set up for what character that I want to see. But that doesn't normally happen to me. Normally I do go straight for the premium character. I just built a really good team off the rip, and I was like, I don't really want her. Like, it's not that I don't want her, it's just kind of more like I have a team. I actually have two teams that I'm building, and it's like I feel okay with it, you know. So I haven't really felt compelled. But that's another great thing that I like about the game so far, is I don't feel compelled to have to summon on the premium banner. And with the current team that I have, I'm still having fun building them, so I don't even know if I'll be compelled to play the next character unless they're like super banger, or I like their character, maybe I like parts of their story or something like that. And that's what I always liked when I played like Arknights. You know, I never felt compelled like, oh, I have to get this character unless it's like a story reason, a lore reason, or like their kit's just really cool. So obviously, I feel like that's a good thing to have. I don't know why I said it that way, but personally, I mean, kind of referencing Genshin Impact, that was kind of not the play for me, because it's like, who cares if it's 30% cheaper than Genshin, you know, because Genshin is kind of wild. Who's good? Didn't really mind the story, because even an Arknight started off lightly, but I don't completely disagree, since I think a good game should have a good story. Yeah, well, and that's what I was kind of talking about with the story. It's like every kind of story has a slower pickup. The coupling controversy in player alienation. Players express frustration with non-players forming relationships with each other, further sidelining the player protagonist. Kim admitted the development team did not fully recognize the impact of the issue before launch. He said this problem was exacerbated. What kind of words are these? By the core failure of the protagonist not being the center of the story. In future, relationships between protagonist characters will be handled in external content such as side stories and webtoons. Within the main game, such interactions will be minimized. This is extreme. This is very extreme. I feel like to have a good game, you need to have non-player characters forming relationships to each other. The relationships of all the characters should not be bent on us as the player. there should be definitely things that happen. Like Arknights does very, very good at doing this. Arknights is able to capsule like this entire world with all these interconnected characters, and then you're like interjected into it to make it either like a better process or like you kind of help in some way, and then you like strengthen the relationship of everybody. There's always a conflict between some of the different relationships, like, you know, kind of hardships or like, you know, different things that you're doing, and then you come in to like further strengthen that. But these characters have relationships outside of you and that is huge for a person that like watches and like reads a lot of lore stuff. I feel like having characters who have formulated relationships with each other is very, very good. So if they're like sidetracking that, they should not do that. Now, should they kind of like make us a little bit more prominent? Okay, yeah, that's cool. That's all right. We could be more prominent. We could be more part of the story, more like, you know, more part of it. But don't say like they're gonna like not like it's gonna be minimalized. That sucks, dude. Don't do that. That's extreme. I feel like in this case, we're like, it's being very extreme for that, you know? I don't know. Let me know. Community speculation suggests the internal damn, I can't read. Company policies were the politics were the cause of the scenario team's departure. The director firmly denied this rumor. He reiterated the resignations were a direct result of his own actions, specifically the high intensity push for development and his demand for nearly 4 or 5 rewrites of the scenario. He said it's my responsibility rather than a political issue. So he had 4 or 5 rewrites of the main story and wants to redo it again. I don't know. That kind of seems like a little bit of poor planning. But I don't know. I don't write stories, so it's kind of hard to say like how many times does it really take to write a story. But it sounds like you pushed a lot of people. And this is kind of hard to say. I feel like a lot of devs and a lot of like even anime departments, you talk about a lot of people who are in these intense scenarios to get these games out, to get these animes out, to get these movies out, to get the stuff out. It feels like we're in a world where it's just like go, 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 go. You know what I mean? So I can kind of understand of like making a lot of bad decisions be based on that. But I mean, the fact that this thing was written 4 or 5 times and they want to rewrite it again, at this point, I honestly feel like just leave it the way it is. And then try to do better in the future chapters, like chapter 6, chapter 7, chapter 8, you know, start to kind of reiterate that, hey, the character, like we as a character are important. Here's the relationships between these characters. Here's where we fit into the story. You don't necessarily have to rewrite the beginning. I didn't think it was that bad. Stance on ideology controversies. Fimi issue. Certain in-game content led to community suspicion that the game was promoting specific, ideologies. The director made a clear and definitive statement to the company's position. I want to say clearly that our game is one that does not comply to any specific ideology. He acknowledged that content has created discomfort and suspicion. It is promised to be revised to all such content one by one so that players don't have a single doubt. I don't know, bro. That seems a little extreme. I've never got a vibe from that kind of stuff. I just been reading it. I feel like it's been all right. You know, I don't know. I think people are labeling this a little, like, being a little hard on bro. Denial of AI generated content. I know this was huge when this game came out. Rumors circulated that the development studio used AI tools to create game assets. Kim denied this. He argued that with the studio owner 100 developers, it would be impossible for the truth to be maintained. That's actually a little bit true. But if there was actually using AI, he stated, well, so there's 2 parts of this. If it's not just the fact that he has 100 developers, he was saying that people were leaving the company due to like time restraints and being pressured and stuff like that. You know for 100% fact that if somebody was like a disgruntled employee, they would come out to say that it had AI. And we have not seen that yet. You know what I mean? So if he was actually lying here, and maybe we'll see it in the next couple of days, I would feel like a disgruntled employee would just come out and be like, yeah, yeah, we use AI. You know what I mean? So we'll have to kind of see what this happens. But you know, everybody wants to say everything's AI just because AI is caught up to the point where it's like it's hard to be like distinguish it. You know what I mean? We're to a point now where it's really hard to determine what's AI and what's not, because we used to be able to look at fingers and be like, hey, this chick's got like 5 fingers. What's going on? What's the 6th one doing? You know what I mean? But now it's kind of hard to tell. So I feel like everybody kind of labels something like, this AI. You know, I don't know, but we'll have to see. You know, obviously he makes a good statement here, but that the 100 developers things is one part of it. The other part is, like I said, somebody leaving and just being like, oh yeah, we use AI. The director concluded the broadcast with a personal appeal to the community and renewed a commitment to the game's future. He pretty much accepted the personal responsibility All my fault lays with me, so please take the blame. So I mean, that's a pretty good director. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's his project, it's his stuff, so he's gonna have to take the blame. Unfortunately, plea from the development team. He described the development team who said he had followed him up for 4 years as being deeply hurt by the situation, which causes him pain as their leader. He implored the community to sincerely ask you to refrain from extreme criticism to the development team, and then basically just said that, hey, you got to promise that they're going to correct the wrongs and stuff like that. You know, overall, when I'm reading this, though, I really don't think that this is that big of a deal. There's some different things like localization, translation. The story, I mean, the story of every game that's came out with gacha stuff has hardly ever been a home run, 10 out of 10 at the very beginning. Even Wuthering Waves had a little bit of hiccup stuff and a little bit of like connections that are a little bit weird. But now people would say that Wuthering Waves has one of the better stories into the gacha space right now. People praise the shit out of the story, but then there's like a patch that comes out that's a little like lackluster and everybody says oh shit, you know. It's like one of those things where it's just like it was like this, you know what I mean? Like everybody hates something and everybody loves something, and then it's just like we're in this world of like extreme stuff. Everybody's an extremeness. Now, of course, we haven't seen Global saying anything like this. This is really just a Korean audience, and I know they can be definitely a lot pickier. But honestly, out of all of this stuff, I think it's kind of like a nothing burger. You know what I mean? I really feel like it's like, okay, like, yes, it's nice that the devs are listening. I really just hope that they don't go extreme where it's like, even when I was talking about, you know, writing out character relationships, like that's crazy to me. Don't do that. Like keep us as the captain, keep us as the main protag, whatever, but make sure that you're making connections between different characters. Obviously fix the localization and translation stuff. That's a big one that should happen all the time. We should have consistencies between different items. That makes sense. You know, there's some different stuff like affinity. The affinity thing I could be kind of on the edge about. Like I can get why people want it to be a little quicker. Me personally, I think it's a little bit more rewarding, but it takes a little bit more time because you do get a lobby screen for it and you get some different like character art that maybe you don't necessarily get to see until you do it. So I think it's a huge achievement, but I do want to have, you know, more gift items. That'd be kind of cool. So I'm not against any of that, dude. I think that's okay. The other thing is like, you know, internal politics and all that stuff. I don't really know. However they manage their stuff inside, that's up to them. Obviously, it looks like they had a lot of intense pressure to get this game out at a certain time, so they went and did a lot of things that they probably shouldn't have. But at this point, there's no point to have like 4 or 5 rewrites of this and then turn around and rewrite it again. I just feel like they should push the story towards the way that they want to go, and then just kind of handle 1 through 5 as like the intro or like the prologue. Maybe they can write it in a way that we become like more, you know, part of it or something, you know what I mean? So I don't know. Overall, I think this is kind of like an extreme scenario where it's like the devs are bending over a little bit too much, a little too backwards. We want to see devs that pay attention and listen, but we have to have a fine line of like devs that are able to be like, okay, well, I definitely hear what you're saying, but like, you know, I don't know. We got to kind of chill. So we'll have to kind of see what they do. Obviously, I just hope they don't keep getting bullied, because basically the idea is, if stuff like this is able to get bullied into like doing whatever they want, eventually they'll make a game that's like so far from their vision that they end up just doing whatever everybody else wants. And if that's the case, it's like, well, you know, it's not really their game anymore. It's just like the community's game. And there's a little bit of like, you know, love for the community, but also having a goal and like ambition in your own team. So overall, I think this is kind of like a nothing burger, but we'll have to like kind of see how it progresses. I know this is just like the first day of it, so that's why I kind of wanted to make this and kind of talk a little bit about it just to see how it progresses and just kind of have like a lay of the land so you guys know what's going on. And you can make your own like choices and decisions on this stuff, but I'll just be kind of following it as we progress. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the game though. I just kind of wanted to start with that just because, you know, it's interesting. It's kind of happening in the community. We're about to play the game. I've been playing a lot of this game, and I thought that would be kind of a cool thing to check out. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I see in your comments and stuff, but I'm like technically trying to make a YouTube video as well. I didn't want to like halfway in the... Okay, but where is my... My search bar is like dead. There we go. What's going on? I'm on the computer, dude. It's like just exited out of everything. Anyway, so well, let's just let it develop naturally. There's no need to rush it. A good story is one that isn't too hurried. Definitely. It sounds like that was kind of the issue that they're having though. Interactive, like silly character do silly stuff. I like that. Yeah, me too. I like characters that have their own like stuff, like, you know, I don't know, you know, have different connections, have different things that they're going through. I feel like a world that's like really well built is a character like that everybody can progress, you know, and do different things. I forgot I muted this. However, I'll take the 50 pulls. So that's kind of the thing that you get into is you get into a thing where it's like, you on one hand you're like, I'll take the polls, it's free currency, right? But then you're kind of like, all right, bro, like like probably wasn't that big of a deal, you know. 50 polls is quite a lot. All right, so here's the team I've been running in case you're new to like me. So I haven't really streamed this a ton. Here's the team that I've been running. I've been running a couple of teams. Right now I'm running Ren, Orlia, and Ree. I've been running these guys, kind of testing them out a little bit. My main team is Mei Lin, Mika, and Beryl. Beryl's nuts, dude. Beryl does some damage, but I wanted to check out a couple of other characters as well. I have a couple of different things that, you know, I got her from the very beginning, and I haven't really made a team around her. But she's a lot of fun. I have played her like a little bit, but her thing is like, she doesn't really fit with like the current teams I'm doing because she has to do this. You know, well, not really has to, but her benefit is like people who have like 2 cost or higher. And I guess Mika could help with like the AP stuff. But I also really like this chick. She's fun, Selena. And then I want to try Karsus. He's cool too. So we have a couple of characters. Well, I have a ton of stuff. Like I got polls for days, dude. I got 17. I got 7,400 of this. I've really just been doing that. The thing is, a lot of the standard stuff, you get quite a bit of this stuff. I got 41 of these, and I gotta check my mailbox too. I haven't even done like the new. Yeah, okay. So this is like the compensation. So I just got 10 of the premium. So now I got more. You know what I mean? I got crazy amount now. I got 27. I actually kind of want to do this just because I want to get more Beryl. But I don't really know. We'll kind of jump in here. I haven't done... Wasn't there another thing I hadn't done? I finally actually, if you guys watched the other stream, I finally got this. I finally got a team that could beat this dude. This guy is wild, man. I'll run this just to show you guys what's going on. This higher difficulties unlocked. I couldn't even do 20. I'll try it. Literally, my team was level 30, and I tried to do this when he was level 20, and I got my ass beat. And then I finally was able to do it because you have to like have like the perfect scenario. This dude's hard to do. All right, so we got a finale card. I'm not going to use that. We got this. I got to kind of remember because I just played a chaos run, so I have to kind of remember what deck I got set up here. So we got AP. I got a lot of Mika stuff though. Mika's set, dude. Healing by 30%. This is 0 cost. We'll see. Piercing. This is actually pretty good for all these guys. Piercing damage. And I got another AP. Dude, I got like an AP machine with her. I got like a setup because I could do this to all these guys. The unfortunate part is though, I don't really have anything to use that for. I'm gonna use my panda just to pop these guys off. And then I'm not gonna pretend like I'm the best player though. I'm just gonna put that out there. Like I don't need to heal there obviously, but I'm gonna heal anyway. Just because I can play it. The thing that gets me in this game though is the damn psychology stuff, dude. I always got one team, like one team member that's about to get butt kicked, dude. We got combo off of that, so it would be pretty okay to use this. Now this is why I like my girl though. Beryl does a lot of damage, dude. So you're talking 220% damage on this. If I retain this, so keep the card, I get 100% more damage. This alone does 280 just by itself. This is 150. So I think just for the fact that I want to do combos and embers on this, I am going to use the shield. And then I'm going to combo. Mei Lin is cool too. And then I'm going to retain that. I'm going to pop that. I'll go. This team's a lot of fun. This team does a good amount of damage. And then, see, I got all kinds of stuff, chat. Look at this. I got AP. I got a shield. I got a vulnerable for free. That's a free for me. And then I just got my Ember stuff. So this is cool because now that I got my stacks on Embers, I got 4 stacks of Embers. I can pop them all. Pop, bro. Take a bunch of his tenacity down. This one's cool because I can retain it. I think, yeah, retain. I think I just retained this. Did I not? See, the thing is, I always forget which ones I retain because it doesn't like change it. But whenever I click him, and then I got this Whirlpool. All right, let's pop this though. I don't know if I can, you guys can hear the game. Maybe I'll turn it up a bit. This is a good for heal though. Damage to all enemies. This would be a little bit better if I could keep it for the rest of the bros, but they're not going to come out. So I'll also use this in a charge shot. Oh, that one, that's my combo one. That's what it is. That's the slight variation of that one. That we actually combo. Hugo? Yeah, I know. I haven't got Hugo though. He's the guy with the pups, right? He's really good with Teresa. I've seen him a bit. But look at this, dude. Barrel's got a draw 3, and I got a different version of it. So it does exhaust, but it draws 3, and then at the start of the next turn, I get to draw 2, and it's 0. Like, I get it for free, dude. That's crazy. And then Barrel, I just got this 313% damage, increases cards by retain, and it's a 0 cost. And now I can do this, which is 170% shield plus 120% damage. And I got 2 of them because I duplicated it. Dude, I got a stack deck. However, what do I want to do here? Because I could also use her cards. And then I got this. This is cool too. 326% damage. Discard 1 card. The cool thing is if you use this at the beginning, or at the end rather, a lot better. I could stack the shit out of this. So, and it gives me shield. So now I have like 500% damage on this. And then I could just use this. And then it really doesn't matter which card I discard because I'm going to discard them all anyway. You just got her and haven't built her. Barrel? Yeah, dude, she's fun. She's good. She does a lot of damage, dude. She does a lot more, not a lot more, but she does quite a bit of damage like compared to like even Mei Lin, dude. Mei Lin's fun though because she could do stuff like this and then she gets 0 cost cards. And then I could like pop her stuff. So that's a finale. I don't want to use that card. I already got my AP. Could pop this. Another AP. And then Barrel's got this. This is dope. You ever seen this? Look at this alt, dude. I didn't really need to use it there, but I'm gonna pop those little guys anyway. And then she's got that massive alt. This is AP though. I want to use this at the end. Maybe I'll pop this. Then Mika's gonna give me the insane heals. There we go. Now I'm healed up like I never even got hit. I'm gonna retain this for 30%. Damn, dude. I always get this card right after I kill all the buggers. I mean, obviously I still get the heal. That's cool. That pops this tenacity though. Alright. Let's pop the tenacity. I get her wave, dude. She's just like an AP machine. I don't really need the heal and I'm not gonna get hit. Maybe I just go for double strike. I'll retain that. I don't know. Maybe I should have used the Whirlpool. I don't feel like I was gonna do that much damage with it though. Oh, and here it is again. I got shield. Do embers. Now it would have been better to combo that for her additional hit. You need her? Yeah, dude. She's a lot of fun. She was like my second high rarity unit. I've had so much fun. This is a combo. This is pretty good. The thing is, Barrel's actually the one that does the most damage. Like, Barrel has a better rotation kit within herself than Mei Lin really does, at least on my current team. Like, obviously, it depends on what your cards are, which is like one of the other reasons I like about this. It could be worth healing here. But that's one of the things about this game, dude. There's so much expression. There's so much different stuff that you can do. I haven't done pick the free companion from level 30. I actually just hit level 30, so maybe I need to check that out. The one thing that I feel weird is in this game is so like I can't find out if using this, does this only apply to Barrel's moves and it doesn't apply to like somebody else? It kind of feels like their kits only work for their own stuff. Like this feels like it only works for her. But I will use this. I feel like I always get these double APs. I think I need to retain that to use that. Over. Yes. I'm gonna pop that guy. That was kind of a gamble. I didn't know if that was gonna pay off. I was kind of hoping I was gonna get Malin's zero card. That's another card that she has, is she can zero card it and pull back 2 of her cards and make those also zero cards. Zero cost cards. If it's not highlighted in green, it's for their own card. Oh, okay. Look at that. 400% damage. I haven't even used anything yet to amp it up. 519% damage, dude. She can get stacked, dude. I've gotten her to like 900% or something. I can't remember if I used that or not. I don't know if I retained it. That's the thing I always forget, is which ones I've retained and which ones I haven't. I gotta pay attention better. I'm actually doing a lot better than I thought I was, dude. The first time I fought this guy, I got my butt kicked. Yeah, there we go. So we got our whirlpool here. It'll be pretty good. Destroy all my embers. I got like 5 stacks on, bro. So that's pretty good. But I can't use both. Actually, I can, right? Hold on. I don't know if I'll get another wave. I don't want the shield, but that's kind of useless, isn't it? Hold on, bro. Don't hit me. I was gonna heal. Damn, this is what I'm talking about, though. It's so weird that in this game anyway, like it feels like whoever's like up front or like somebody just gets beat up psychologically. Like it's always somebody that's way higher than everybody else. And I don't know if that's because the order of like where they're at. Maybe she's just in front, so she's like getting her ass kicked all the time. I mean, that's probably what it is. But this is actually a pretty good little run here. I don't really need that. I might actually be able to. I'm not gonna be able to kill. Ooh, that doesn't really help. I don't really need that. Let me read what you got. For example, the sentence next attack card. If the attack card is green, then it's for all attack cards, including the other characters you can check. Oh, okay. Hold on. Of next. Oh, so if I play this, then it will tell me if the other ones are. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. I got like this. And then it'll tell me if these guys are green. So these are being used or no? Actually, I kind of want to pop this. Yeah, I pretty much killed this guy. Oh, wait, I forgot. He has 2 forms. I forgot he does that. Yeah, I don't think I understand it right. Probably should have used that too. Oh, the text itself. Oh, okay, okay. I thought you meant like it illuminates. I get you. Combo. Well, that sucks because I kind of want to. Oh, well, I could do her whole combo. But piercing damage doesn't really matter that much, but this combo shot would be nice. I feel like I should have played it the other way. You just stopped re-rolling? Damn, talk about commitment. See, this is kind of where it's like not useful to play this because it can only pull another strike. I kind of want my heals. Probably this is where I'm gonna get my ant kick. Give me fortitude and give me heals. I feel like I think I need to retain that card before I can actually use it effectively, so I kind of just uselessly, like, didn't really use that well. Well. Heal again. Oh, okay, actually. So this is like a normal launcher attack for, well, I mean, obviously he has resistance. I'm guessing that's why I can't really do much to it. I know eventually he hits really hard, and I'm pretty sure my girl's about to pop, dude. She's gonna be pissed here in a minute. Mm-hmm. Heal. Please, I need more shields at this team. That's like the one thing I lack, is really just shields. Like, I got pretty decent damage. I'm popping him, but he's still gonna hit me really hard next turn. I don't really have any heals for it. And she's about to, yeah, she's gonna be very upset. I'm dead next turn. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't know if I can, there's not really a way I can live. If I get a shield here, that's nice, but it doesn't really help me. Maybe I can whirlpool and heal. Is this enough? Do I live? No, I die. Damn, dude, this guy's hard. I barely got him when he's level 20. The thing is, I'm both level 30. Yeah, he's hard to go against. I mean, maybe it's because I don't have the right team, though. Oh, my game just crashed. I think that's the first time I've ever had that happen. That's the first time I think I've ever had it crash like that. It's crazy. What were you re-rolling for? T-Rack? I re-rolled for a while, though. At least like a day or two. I feel like if I'm gonna start a game, I want to start a game, like, you know what I mean? Like at a fresh start. Free companion? Dude, I gotta go look into that. I don't know who I want, though, if I'm gonna get a free companion. Where is it at? Where's that free companion thing at? Is this, an event? Or is it somewhere else? Partners, maybe? No. I remember seeing it once and then I never thought about it again. Maybe it's in the shop. Or somewhere in the city, maybe? Pop some policies. What's up, Owen? Uh-huh. 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 Also, I haven't been using these. I should probably buy these. The cakes and stuff. Oh, it's in here, isn't it? It's here, right here. By unlocking special data and reaching the level 30, you can choose a partner as a reward. Well, I don't know. Who do I want? I don't even have the ticket for it. Am I even level 30? What level am I? I'm level 30. Where do I get the ticket thing from? By unlocking special... Oh. Special data? Is that in the city? Is that in the shop that I just looked at? No. Maybe it's because I haven't done the story. Special data? What's the special data? In here? Do a chaos run. I'll have to look that up. I'll have to look up how to do it. Oh, I gotta do chapter 4. Maybe I should do that real quick. I've been skipping these though, to be honest. This Judas guy, dude. This guy looks cool as hell though. And her, actually. Both these characters look really cool. I will say, like, during the story, we do definitely look more... Whoa, damn! Yeah, these guys are definitely playable. They're definitely going to be playable, right? Look at my bro! Look at her, though! Damn! We need more of these, dude. We need more... What? Oh, here we go. This chick. Looks like holding hands with a god. Let's see what this other chick's name is. Damn, dude. I like when they do those little cutscenes. I'm not gonna lie. Those things hype me the hell up. You didn't need her on your team? Yeah, I didn't get her once. I do have Orlea though. I actually recently just got her. Orlea? Or is it Orlea or Orlea? I think it's Orlea, right? She's been a lot of fun. She creates her little creatures and stuff. I have her like on my second team. With what, Ren? She's a little fun. She's kind of not really hard to get used to, but like a little different. Trying to do some different stuff with her. I kind of want to play some of these other like low rarities. These other low rarities seem like they could be kind of cool too. But I've been gushing over Barrel. The nightmare is ongoing. Always ongoing, dude. I don't know, man. I've been having a lot of fun. This game is so much fun. It's such a breath of like fresh air. I don't know. Maybe I could run this team though. This is the other team I've been running. What you know about that? Level 35? I'm not even level 35 of the other team. I don't even know if I'm close to being able to do that because I'd have to promote, wouldn't I? Ooh, I could. I could only probably do Ren. Yeah. Was redo? Here. This is my save data that I have for her. So she does a couple of things. She does like a little bit of like more damage, and then she does like draw or select heals, and then she does like damage of cards. There's a couple of different things like let's see. She has like all kinds of different stuff. And then like her cards, you can like format. Like pop them into different things for extra hits and extra like damage. I don't know. I haven't played too much of her. I recently just kind of started playing her, not gonna lie. So I don't really even know if she fits on the team that I have for her. I don't know. I kind of feel like maybe this chick would be pretty good. She does like the material or metalize. Metallinize? Damn, I don't know how to say it. Shields and stuff like that. This is a pretty interesting tactic. Metallization. She seems kind of complex. And then I've also heard good things about her. She has a lot of shield stuff too. What's her name? Maribel. Maribel, yeah, Maribel has like a lot of shield stuff, damage based attacks. She's kind of like a different version of this chick, like a less or whatchamacallit. Maybe I'll kind of do her. She does counter attacks too. I don't know. I feel like in this game though, I actually want to build like a lot of these characters. Cassius would also be kind of cool, or Cassius. I think that's how you say his name. Selena looks cool too. I don't know. We'll try. Alright, well, maybe I'll just go with the Reggie. I don't know. I can't remember if these are hard. I don't think I've ever gotten like a decent attacker like hard, dude. I got 3 of these. Oh, I can restore one of hers? Go for that one. That one's cool. I do like how you could do like those things too. All right, let's I'll promote her. Damn, it's gonna take all my stuff. I do like how you get pulls for that too. I'm not even close for Mika. Sorry, girl. We'll go in with one level 40 character, and I think that'll offset everything else. I think we can do it until we get to the interior, and then we get screwed. Owen. I want to do more standard pulls because I want another 5-star. All right. She might, dude. I don't know. I don't know. Might do that. I haven't really heard her. I'm not gonna lie. The sound effects in the background, I like they kind of just go past me. If I retain that, good G. Pop this. All right, first guy did. Said the O word. Damn. You got hit so hard. Oh, I got guilty pleasure right off the rip. Use that. Charge shot. Retain that though. The thing I kind of. Oh my god. I want to. See this. This draw 3 thing is so nice. Look at that. Right into another draw. Oh, bro, screwed now, bud. Now you're screwed. It's such a nice flow once you start getting everybody like working. This is such a nice team to have. What's this guy want? Examine your surroundings. Check information on signs of worship. Randomly. Oh! Give me this. Give me this. Ah. No. Rica. Oh, my epiphany. Epiphany. Making my head. All right, combo. That'd be pretty nice. Pop that. Ah. My boy. My boy will pop them all. Don't you worry about all that. What do we got? So, charge shot, retain. The only thing that I wouldn't even really say it sucks, but it kind of sucks, is like you can kind of decide with barrel whether to retain something for more damage or not. So a lot of times it's in your best interest to do that. And then I'm like, well, I want to use it though. It's really not that bad. Gotta retain for that. I'm surprised she does so much damage for her rarity though. But I feel like a lot of these characters, even Teresa, I was seeing a build earlier that Vulcan was doing where he was like just popping off her daggers and just like stacking the hell out of them. I'm like, what the hell? I don't know what he, like what sequence he did to do it. I kind of feel like I need to attack these guys. My boy. I don't know. In these games, I always feel like I ignore the minions and then I end up getting my butt kicked because I'm like, well, I probably should have. Probably should have done something. Ooh, there we go. Pop it. Gimme. Nice. We'll take that. We'll take that. All right. So we got a couple of different things for max damage. I want to hit him with something like that. Can I kill this guy with anything else? All right, I'll kill him. And then we're going to take a little bit of damage, but I'm not really concerned. We'll retain this into this probably. Actually looks like they're not even dead. Are these guys going to get back up? I swear if it's one of those scenarios. Kind of look like they're about to get back up. Oh, how did I know? How did I know, dude? Well, maybe I do ignore them then. Enough. All right, and then don't need to heal. I'll shield though. I mean, I don't think the shield matters because I don't think either one of them are attacking. Okay, he gave me a little scratch, I guess. Yeah, I definitely should just attack from him. Like a barrel ult. I think I'll save it. Recharging. Damn. I used that in the wrong sequence. There we go. Ain't nothing but a thing. Equipment. Let's see what we got. At the start of the battle, if Outbreak of War card. I don't think I even have one of those. Might as well just put it on though. Very niche equipment, unfortunately. Oh well, that's my only choice. Damn, look at this dude. Captain, wait. Ooh, select someone to do. See, the thing is, I almost always kind of like to do barrel. I'll do barrel. My girl needs an idea. Yeah, I like her cards. I should make barrel like my main DPS. I have 2 supports on her. I should see if I can't amplify her to like crazy extents. Who's this guy? I will say the character design in this game is really cool too. Actually, wouldn't be kind of a bad idea to use this. Her ult gives +1 for basic attacks, although it costs 6 of the ego, so it doesn't really seem that great. And I didn't even use this card. Ha! I'm an idiot. Right. Should have used Flame's Jewel at the very beginning. Look, I won't pretend to be like a profound card player. I don't really play a lot of card games, to be honest. This is like one of the first ones that's like really captured like my attention for it. Would like to capitalize on attacking him right now. He's not really gonna hit me either. Oh. Let's pop his shield. I know he's not really gonna hit me. That's alright. I also like Barrel's gun though. Like a giant ass like railgun energy cannon thing. It's pretty cool. I don't really have. Oh, I kind of want to rest just because I don't want Mika to go crazy, dude. All right. So, damn, our piercing. Here we go. We got our piercing. 100% damage to all 3 enemies. Create overload. Oh, this is actually pretty good too, and it's 0. times 3, so it's 300, but it's an exhaust. I actually kind of almost think that the atomic thing is a little bit better because it's not exhaust. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I do know that that can evolve into a pretty good card, though, and it gives AP. I do like me my AP. Okay, we got to a waypoint. I feel like the ones in the story are easier. I don't know. Maybe it's always easy, like on the surface level. Yeah, attack card times 2. I mean, Barrel doesn't really have a ton of those either. No matter which one I go to. Look at this dude. Ew. He's got like a thing in his heart. Destroy the core. Increase by 5. Stuck tight in the chest. If I do this, seems to have threatened humanity with that massive body long ago. So the Holy Crusaders decided to eliminate the Lord of the Forest. Okay. Could say it's our fault because it wanted to show me these scenes knowing I'm from the Holy Crusaders. Angry. Is it asking me to lessen the pain? I'm not sure. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to destroy it. I'm going to take the stress. Unfortunately, Mika, you're probably going to pop. Here you go, buddy. See ya. Give me my rare thing. When an ally uses an upgrade card. I don't really have upgrade cards either, but it gives me health. That's all right. We'll eventually get some upgrade cards. I'm gonna attack this little guy. It's funny that it always shows like a monster in the picture, like the little picture thing, and then it's never that guy. Like it's always some other. Since he's not gonna attack me, I'm gonna go for waves. Give me my waves. Now we got our freebies. Nice little sequence there. We'll retain for the next. Pleasure. Damn, dude. Hold on, bro. Let's see. Kind of wasted that, but. I didn't even realize that he's about to hit me for a lot. Damn it, dude. I didn't even look up. It's unfortunate. 200 smucka ducks, dude. Damn. Oh, bro. Unfortunately, I'm going to kill, dude. I'll take this. Ooh, baby. All right. Increased action count by 3. Probably the middle one, but we'll see. 300% damage. Retain. 120% damage, 156% damage, times 2 damage, retain 50% damage, increase this card's damage. Damn! What a stack! Increase the damage, then increase the damage, then increase the damage again. It's literally like, do all this and you can increase the damage. That's her cards, dude. Like, they start stacking like that, it's kind of crazy. It kind of like, I don't think her stuff affects anybody else though. So she's really just like, how much can you give Barrel to just like attack? Ooh, Owen, what the hell happened, bro? Well, now it's like, you might as well not even read the story because if they're going to rewrite the first 5 chapters, it's like, well, whatever. Who cares with this, huh? I guess I also did see on the Korean side that everybody says that they focus too much on Owen. Oh, he got shot. Sorry, bro. Damn, what a long sequence of events. Wish these were voice acted. I wish more of this stuff was voice acted, though. Ah, okay. So I'll actually have to go and play through it. Well, that ain't gonna help me any. Save complete. Wait, was that all of chapter 4? Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to head to the chaos. I want to do the... Yeah. I don't even know that I have level 40. Damn, dude. Let me see. I only have like one character that's green. Level 30. Oh, I don't know. Damn, I could go crazy. Doesn't that just make it harder? Doesn't the nightmare thing make it like a lot harder? See, I've never even gotten through the interior. What happens when you get to like, it almost feels like every single time I go through this, it eventually gets to a point where it scales to where I can't win. At the start, 3 basic cards are replaced with random rare neutral cards. Ooh, I don't know about that. Gain 2 random pieces of rare equipment whenever you create a card, except status or curse cards. 25% chance to create an additional card. Like that. That other one leads me to a lot of attacking. Damn, the background of this one's nice. Sounds like some Ryu from Street Fighter. Charge, retain. Oh, pop this. Got much shield, dude. She only be like giving me 28, dude. I need more shield. All right, retain that. Pop this. I do love me a good retain card, though. Yes. Got guilty pleasure. Uh-huh. There we go. Easy peasy. Give me my credits. See, a campfire here would be kind of like, okay. I get an early upgrade card. Oh, curse. Okay. Equipment or what's the curse? Cost 1, exhaust 2 if in hand. Damage, shield gain, healing amount. I don't know. An epiphany like at the beginning would be pretty nice, but I'll take the card. See, I don't like the curses. Like, I don't know. I've never risked it. Maybe I should. Maybe I should start risking it a bit more. I feel like the curse is just like another thing. Like, it would be so annoying to deal with. 20% shield's cool. We'll see. I'll spend some credits. This is a pretty decent. This is pretty decent too. These are pretty much the same thing though. Oh, these are to all enemies though. Weaken is cool, but I would rather have a AoE. Leave. Lol. Another curse, bro. Select one. Okay. Remove cards. Increase max HP. Select and obtain one among 3 public, or get a curse card and get some equipment. Let me have one random cool card and not be bad. Oh, our little credits. Inspiration. Wait, what's inspiration? When this card is drawn by ability effect, including draw at the start of the turn. When this card is drawn by ability active effect, okay. This gives me draw though. Like that. I do like me a draw. I feel like I do a lot of AP draw with this team is like what I mainly do. I'll do that. Give me my attack. And then we'll shield, even though I don't need the shield. I guess I gotta see, is that a waste when that does that? Yeah, because it goes back to 0, doesn't it? What a waste. We'll take that though. Fortunately, it's gonna heal me and I don't really need to heal. Leap attack, there we go. Yeah, I knew that would come in handy. So if I draw it that way, it costs 0. That's pretty cool. So having more draw in my deck is very good. Look at these dudes. Why are you guys always doing stuff? Okay. This is just on dude, I have the worst luck on dice rolls though. Watch this. Probably gonna get like a 3, 7. Wow. Like I never get it. I didn't read what happens. Do I just not get anything? Yeah. My dice roll sucks. Look at this dude. 2015. What a cool year. Let's see. Pop this for the sake of popping it. All right. So on Ravage, dude, this Ravage stuff, I never, well, no, I do know how to get, but I feel like that's kind of hard. Outbreak of War would be nice. They're all Outbreak of War though, because I think I have a thing that gives me Outbreak of War. Plus 30% of damage. When using an attack card. This is pretty good though. Crit chance and then once hit tenacity damage. I mean, maybe that wasn't the best, but I don't know. That was double shield. Alright, see, the thing is, her stuff is great until I don't really have any attacks. I mean, I have these, so I could pop it. I'd almost rather do this. That doesn't seem that worth it either. I'll pop hers. I mean, technically it does the next 4 attack card, so it does like linger over. Since I have double zeros, that'd be kind of nice. I gotta retain on that though, unfortunately. I mean, technically, I guess that gives me my free 80%. Damn, why'd he get all crazy like that? Why is he pissed? Oh, you only get to draw 1 on inspiration. I see. What I get for reading, I don't know how to read. A whirlpool. I can only use 1 of these though. I'll pop this just because I know it's going to give me something. Okay, let's see. 212% damage to all enemies. Heal. Vulnerable to 2 targets. Increased damage by this. This is pretty good though. The amount healed is really cool. I guess it always does that, doesn't it? 100% is not bad though. I'll do that. Nice one. Now I can't use my shock. Ow. Alright. Yeah. Leap attack again. Okay, nice little combo. Damn! Kickboxing this is a fool to death. I'll pop this for heal. Okay, I got my whirlpool, and then I got red damage. This is a 2 cost though, dude. Damn. At least it gives me some pretty decent healing. I just got all my health back. Not to say that I'm not gonna get damaged all hell. Okay, so then we can do Big boy damage. 3 hundies. Damn, dude, I gotta hit like a truck. These are all 130 though. I don't know if I can kill here. No, can't. At least he's not attacking though. Should kill. Goodbye. Nice. I mean, he was an elite guy, so that's pretty good. Okay. This is good for a one time. Nice. We got that. So her dupe gives her that card for 0 cost. It would be pretty nice to go. I mean, this route. I don't want to heal. I feel like that's not, I mean, I don't know if that's worth overtraining. I don't know. Ah, here we go. AP 100% shield. 2 agony to all enemies, select and exhaust up to, okay. Give me my shield exhaust, or yeah, shield exhaust with AP. Okay, we got a little agony. Being like having an agony run would be pretty cool too. That's why I wanted to do Hugo. I can't really buy anything from here except for a card I already got. Would be bad to have 2. If I do training again. Immunity. Replace the ego skill slot with another ego skill. 1 vulnerable to all. Lead. What does lead do? At the start of the turn, 50% chance to reduce this cards by 1. Oh, that's pretty good. Vulnerable. 1 vulnerable to all enemies. Cost of 1 random attack card in hand. Get a 1. Oh, well, that gives me invulnerable? Or vulnerable? What's immunity give me? Do not gain harmful effects. See, this almost doesn't seem like worth it with the kind of deck I'm running. I'm not really running like a high AP deck. And to be vulnerable to all enemies? I guess this could be okay. I almost kind of want to skip. I don't even want any of them, to be honest. I don't want to bloat my deck with it. I don't know if that's a bad idea or not. I feel like deck bloat is very real. Oh, this guy again. That's alright. What if I just pop one of these? You have 1,000 shield? Is that what that said? Damn, he still has 900 shield. What kind of game is this? Alright, fortunately. This gives me 110 shield. Probably these guys are gonna do massive damage to me. Mika's about to break her brain. I don't have any healing though, that sucks. I'll get the wave for free though. Guess I'll break this guy. Alright, so we got this. Pop this. Retain exhaust. I can't remember if I retained this or not. Did I? I didn't. Damn it. Damn it. Gotta be an easier way for me to tell. Besides like using my little baby memory. And she's broke. Oh, escapism. Watch, I'm gonna pull this on the first try. Ba-bam! 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 Of course, and you hit me? What an a-hole. Stop! Charge shot? Ah, I can charge shot. Keep it. Damn, dude. Damn, she got hit with 8 too. There you go. Where am I? I don't know, chick. Okay, so actually though, I do want to use this because I can use her heals. Thank you, Mika, for coming. I got 3 of these things. Hold on. I don't have any cards that make healing better. Okay. I'm healing. I'm healing. Oh, and they hit me again. Shield. Hit. Stop hitting me. Kind of sucks as I have a lot of AP, but I don't I don't really have anything to use it with. Yeah, I healed a lot and I'm still like almost dead. Oh, and I don't have any heals. Alright, I feel like I've made a mistake by not attacking. I don't know if I can kill this guy. I don't know, I kind of feel like it's worth popping these little guys. And then I kind of don't. Damn it, he's so close to being dead. So am I. I still don't love this exchange, do I? I think does so much damage. Oh, and she's insane too. Hold on, bro. What happens if I kill? Do I live? I've never done that. I've never killed, so I don't know. Do I get to live? Anytime I've died, like gotten to this point to like have my last chance, I've always died. Do I just go until I get hit again? Or can I come back? Oh. Pretty sure I just go until I get hit. Because I'm definitely gonna die. And healing doesn't matter, right? Oh yeah, I'm dead. I'm dead beyond me all believe. Oh, okay. I guess I don't understand the last stand thing, because it's like, I mean, yeah, you go to last stand, but like just forever? Ah, Beryl, ah. Why do you have to do this to me, Beryl? Alright. I'll erase that. I don't need it. Get out of here. Erase it. That only erases that run, right? Alright, good. Okay, okay. 40 may be a little too hard for me. Or maybe it's just because I need like different units. Kind of want to try, what's this other thing that I unlocked? Hold on. That's not what. Wasn't there something I was working, like, isn't there a thing I was working towards at some point? This thing. There we go. Maybe I should do this. Oh, it says to do this 3 times. I don't want to go higher difficulty. I lost. This guy's rough. Kicks my ass. Okay, well, at least right off the rip, I just ripped these guys a new one. This boss is one of those bosses where when I first fought him, I got to the point where I was like, oh yes, I won. And then he went into like his second attack phase. I was like, oh. I was like, oh, my bad. Never mind. I didn't win. Alright, that's a finale. I don't want to use that. It's a retain on Forge. Bad to use though. Ah, I didn't even mean to use it. It doesn't really matter that I'm using the heal either. I have the best heal combos on the turns that I don't really need to heal. Oh, what a setup for her though. And I can pop all this. What a setup for my girl though. Damn, she play all by herself. Give me an AoE. Apply vulnerable to him at least and give me AP. Combo. I don't need that. I'll take the heal. I like the enemies in this game are so like gross, dude. They're ugly. Take that. That's a good one. Do a lot of damage to everybody. If I retain that though, I do better. I don't really need to heal, but that's okay. There for the longest time, I didn't know what a finale card did. So I was like, why does it keep ending my turn, dude? I don't have any other like nothing else. Alright, so that's the first wave done in easies. Then he eats all of his little buddies. And then I think I want to pop this. Send it straight to his head. Ba-bam. And I can do this, even though it doesn't really matter, but I'll take a shield. A little extra shieldy. Alright, let's see. This isn't bad, but I gotta discard, so I'll wait. Oh, no. This works. Actually, I can do quite a bit of damage here. I don't know how I want to do it, though. I won't be able to combo that, unfortunately. I guess I could have done... Well, it wouldn't matter. Ember stacks are nice, though. And of course, I don't get any of her cards for that. I guess I'll just smacky wacky. Damn, but I know I got both of them. 500. They're both 500. That's so crazy that she could do that kind of damage. There's 1,000 damages, dude. Well, 1,000% damage. I don't know if I retain that or not. I might have just used that for nothing. Heal! Miko-san! Be a pretty good time to get some Source of Water. A lot of high AP cards. The thing is, like, I feel like my team doesn't really have like too many high level cards. I mean, obviously in this case I do, but for the most part I really don't. I don't really need the heals. Damn, +8 on that, huh? Draw another card, see what I got. Wouldn't be bad, just draw all the embers. Yeah, this is where he starts doing a massive amount of damage, so I gotta be kind of careful. Yeah, look at him. Look at him already trying to do all this damage to me. It's insane like how it ramps up towards the end. I think it's because it has something to do with this like skin shit he has. When hit, yeah, on removal becomes stun. I swear it makes him stronger. Yeah, he's like, his morale keeps going up. He's already to the point where he can kill me. So I have to have like a pretty good run here, or he's gonna kill me. Ah, I don't even know how I did it the first time. That's a finale card. Don't use that. The fact that he kills me after that anyway. I wonder if this will keep me alive. Watch, I'm gonna heal for all this and he's still gonna kill me. Close. There we go. That was pretty close. That was pretty close, my friends. I feel like I kind of clutched that last match, though. Alright. Do I only have to clear this thing 3 times? Is that what it said? If I only have to clear it 3 times, I might just do it on easy. So I don't have to do it again. Nah, I keep going to event. I forget where it's at. Somewhere in here. I'll do it on like level 10. Thing is, you don't get as much rewards for that, but I just want to clear it. I wonder if it's like I can clear it with auto. Well, I'll just do it. Because if I don't do it, then it's gonna like not do it as efficiently. Blammy, blammy. Guilty pleasure, whirlpool. Oh, look at all this. Combo. Damn, you getting hit, boy. You getting hit, and I got shields. Wow. Need another AoE. Here it is. Piercing damage. See y'all later. Just pop those fools. I already retained this, I'm pretty sure. No, I didn't. Damn it. All right. I don't know if I want to use Pearl. Oh, actually. Ew. Oh, wait. Did I not? I don't think I got the card I thought I just got. I did not. Damn it. I thought I got her zero pull card. Doesn't matter. Okay. Use these two for shield. Doesn't really, well, one for shield, one for heal. Heal doesn't matter, but the shield's nice. He's my boy. What do we got? Charge shot. I can combo that. Shield. Shield. Shoot him with the bazooka. Alright. Not bad. Not a bad little flow. Didn't even pop my shield that time. It's weird that the shield, well, I mean, maybe it's because like you could stack shield so crazy if you didn't. I was gonna say, it's kind of weird that you can't like, your shield doesn't stay. Or maybe there's a reason for that. Because I've seen some builds where people stack like 200 or 300 shield like a turn. It's kind of crazy. Retain. Oh no, it's combo. Damn. But I can retain it. Okay, well. Oh, combos. Oh, combos is anything. Okay, cool. Probably this dude, no matter what, just takes a minute to kill. It don't matter what kind of stuff we got going on. Ooh. Oh, let's see. I got this, I got this, and this. Take the shield. I'm trying to fight the temptation to pull just because I want to get. I just want to see what else I can get. I mean, not really gonna do that much damage. I accidentally used it. I want Hugo, dude. Actually, who I want is Kayron. Isn't he like, I haven't seen anything really about him. He looks dope though. I read some of his stuff. I feel like he'd be kind of fun. Hugo seems like he'd be kind of cool too. His little dog stuff going on seems fun. Who else do I have? Magma, isn't that the other one? All right, that was cool. That means I should have this. Kind of for this, but also keep going to the wrong menu. It's an activity. There we go. I got 6 more pulls. I feel like I probably did a lot of these already. I was gonna say, since I forgot about it for so long, I wonder if I did a lot of these. Oh. Raise any 3 partners to level 30. Order coffee. Damn, I've only done that once. Order food. I never do this either. I forget that this is even in here. The food thing though, look how cool this looks. Pretty sure that buffs you, right? I don't really need coffee then because I haven't used any of my stamina. It's weird playing a game that like excuse me, a lot of the core like gameplay doesn't really use like the stamina. Like, you don't really use stamina for a lot outside of like obviously, you know, doing your like, you know, material shit. Battle mission mode. They're on hard. I do that too. Barrel build 2, operating slot 2, Heart of Nest. Dude, barrel's fun. That was a lot of fun. This team setup is a lot of fun. Who else do you have running with Beryl then? Ow. You hit me so hard, dude. Oh, really? Yeah, I have Ri or Ray, however you want to say her name. I have her on a team with Ren and why am I blanking on her name? Ren and Stimpy? No, who's the other chick I have her on? I don't remember. I'm drawing a blank. Gone. It's gone in my brain. No, I have this team as just pretty much my Malin team. Who the hell is the third person? Oh, Orlea or Leah. Orlea? Yeah, there we go. I don't know why I couldn't think of her name. Veronica, yeah, I wish I had her. Veronica seems fun too. I don't have any embers. I'm gonna stack that. Rid of that. Pop that. Heal. Yeah, she's pretty fun. She's pretty unique. I mean, she has some different stuff. I mean, I said I mean like 3 times. That annoyed me. She's fun in the sense like creating stuff. It's pretty unique. It's kind of hard to be like super consistent, but you can get some cards with her that make her not as crazy. I don't know. I like this team because I have like insane draw potential in this team. And AP. Like I have a ton of AP and I have a ton of draw. Makes Veronica look bad. Dude, Beryl makes a lot of characters look bad for like where she's at, man. She's insane for what she is. Which is not a bad thing to me. E1 Veronica, she has 1 to 2 ballista at the end of the turn while Beryl can do 4 extra attacks. Dude, yeah, once you start retaining, like once you start having like you get shield plus damage and then you can do like her pull stuff, like she gets crazy, man. She has a lot of stuff. Oh, I didn't see it. Wish I was paying attention there. I guess I don't know. I hold on to the EP so much, dude. It's weird. Like in every game that I play, I always hold on to like my alt for some reason. I don't know. I'm like, oh, it's not a good time to use it. So then I never use it. Never a good time to use it. I don't want to waste it. And then I just don't ever use it, which is a waste. Damn, she's just talking while I'm going through. Guess it's just raw damn. I don't need the heal, but I'll pop it anyway. I need like over heal, like a residual heal. Ooh. Oh, that's not gonna kill. Do something like that. Although Mika's insane too, dude. Like I feel like Mika is such a good ass character. Like I feel like it's gonna be so hard to like find a way to replace her. Not saying like we should have to, but you know what I mean? Like just having a character down the line that is as good as her. Even if there's like a, you know, upper, what do they got? Like 5 stars, the highest rarity? Something like that. I always forget rarities, to be honest. 5 stars, 4 stars, whatever. But the highest rarity, I feel like it's going to be hard to replace her. You gotta play without Mika? Yeah, I mean, that's probably true. I don't play with her on my other team. She just does really well on this team. But, I mean, it's kind of one of those things where, like, I don't know. Technically, yeah, she does handicap you. They killed that guy. Oh, I played that wrong. Could have just killed that guy, and I bet the little dweebs would have died. I don't know. Most of the time, I just kind of play teams that are, like, fun for me to play. And so far, I've been having a lot of fun with this team. Oh, he came back. Oh, this guy. Oh no, he's gonna stack all my stuff. Okay, hold on. Oh, I don't have anything to give me. I got combo damage. Oh, nice. Killed this dude right off the rip. Did you get, pal? Nice. Usually, that guy stacks me to the point where I can't do nothing. Although, what's the other character? Mirabelle? Something like that. She looks like she could be kind of fun to play. She's got like a lot of shield stuff. Seems like it could be kind of cool. I don't know. I feel like I have a nice little flow with this team. But eventually you get to a point where like you kind of want to do more, right? You want to do some other stuff. Kind of wondering what the next character is going to be, like the premium character, because I haven't played what's her name, Haru, really, outside of the little tutorial thing that they do. Want more info? Yeah. Judas looks cool from the story. I don't know if he'll like be playable, but he seems like he'd be a badass too. I haven't really seen anything about her though. The Chizuru? Is that how you say her name? Chizuru? Something like that. I'm bad at pronouncing names, to be honest. Judas is a weekly boss, but he looks so cool, man. He's got like the punch of death. Why are they gonna make him so cool? I think I can kill here. Maybe, I mean, just because he's a weekly boss doesn't mean he can't be cool and come hang out. I guess it makes sense. That, I don't know, you gotta have some cool characters that aren't playable, right? I mean, luckily I don't have a lot of characters, so like I can build some of the resources for them, not get too overwhelmed. But Mei Lin's a lot of fun too, though. That might not have been the most efficient thing to do. Got a lot of cards. That was a lot of draw. I don't know, but Beryl does a lot of damage, dude. I feel like I rely more on Beryl than any other person on my team. She does a lot for my team. Take an extra wave? Why not? Give me the wave. I mean, obviously, this is like the easy content right now. I'm not really sure like how like different I would want to play this particular team, so I've kind of like, I feel like I got to the point where maybe I'd want to do a different team though. That's the interesting part. I mean, obviously there's a lot of ways I could build this team, but damn, dude, you're just gonna give me status effect after status effect? I guess I got a Druid card. That's alright. I wonder when we'll get like a little drip marketing, you know? I feel like a lot of games have been drip marketing a lot more recently. I wonder what time we'll start getting that kind of stuff for this game. Damn it, so close. Okay, hold on. Damn it. I'll use it anyway just so I can kill one of the other guys. Oh, I can't even target that guy? I can't target this guy. Oh, he's hidden. What does that mean? Did you say he was hidden? Well, come on out, bud. Damn it. And I pulled both my strike cards. It would be nice if I could get... Damn, I don't want to use that on a 30. That's kind of a waste too, now that I think about it. I feel like this team has a nice little flow to it. A nice little flow. It does feel really good on these like low level enemies though. It does give me a little satisfaction that I was like wiping them out so fast. Even though they're like 26 and I'm level like 30. So I was like, no duh. But hey, it makes me feel good. That's what matters. Here, I'll look after this. I'll look at my teams and see what I can make. Come up with something fun, maybe. Damn, I can't kill that. Ah, I didn't even mean to use that. Oh, my bad. I meant to put it back. Put that back where you found her, so help me. My combo card. Kind of nice that the game lets you get rid of these cards as like one of your like discard cards. I feel like that's cool. That's a cool little bonus. A lot of games will be like, well, you can't discard that card. You got to discard one of your actual cards. And it's like, oh, come on. Let me discard whatever card I want, dude. If I play it in a way that lets me effectively, you know, discard stuff and I'm smart about it, let me do it. Could use barrels all, I guess. It's all right. I don't need it. I'm gonna use it on these guys. Bye. I hate that this makes so much noise. This is so creaky. Oh, I could have used this. Well, I don't know. The EP doesn't get hit by these, do they? Take a shield. I'll take the shield. How about? How about now? Well then, that's unfortunate. Give me some more attacks, please. Nice little AoE. I still feel like I don't play like super efficiently though. A lot of stuff I do, like as a person who hasn't played like a lot of card games, I still feel like there's certain like turns I take and I'm like, wow, that wasn't very efficient. Like, I feel like I always think like that though. I feel like in these games that are like efficiency is like a big thing. All right. I mean, a lot of this other stuff is just like things I can do on my own. I was kind of wanting to see if I could get another rescue. Oh, baby, I got one. Oh, I got 38 from my next star font, or 5-star rather. Oh, I don't want Luke. Don't scare me like that. Who do I want though? I wouldn't mind Veronica. Hugo's cool. I want Kayron. Can I see his kit? Is there a place I can see people's kits? Is it in here? Oh, no. It's in this agent collection. Luke's cool. Luke looks cool. It kind of sucks that he's like, all right. I feel like he's not the best. Look at that card. That's such a dope ass card. Like aesthetically, dude is cool. I know he does a lot, or she does a lot of Batista. Ballista. But I want this guy. He has heal damage, 240% damage. Oh, to up his crit. Yeah, I just heard a lot of people say that he's like, all right. 300% damage to all enemies on card exhaust. Cost of this card is -1 for 1 turn. He's kind of a high cost guy though. A little bit, 240% damage plus 40% per. Oh, okay. Oh, that's where the fertility comes in. You want to sit here and exhaust all these and then you pop this and you can do plus 40% damage. Damn. Upon critting, fertility changes to an attack card with 80% damage and healing effect, costs 1. Okay. Oh, that's how his kit works. So he creates bullets if you hit crit. If you don't, he doesn't make bullets. So that would be a problem, huh? I feel like a lot of these people make their own like kind of system. And obviously if you do the hit crit, that kind of sucks. Like even this guy, he has his like fertility thing that he has to like kind of build around a little system. I also heard she's pretty good too. I don't have her either. Other than that, I think I have all the low rarity characters. Oh no, I don't got Luca. Luke's brother, or Lucas. Lucas looks cool. I will say that the character designs on all these characters are super dope though. I'd be happy with anybody really. Magma would be kind of cool. I played a little bit of her on my reroll. I got her as like one of my first, whatever, 2, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, 5 stars, the highest rarity. I got one of, no screen, and she was kind of fun though. I didn't jive with her very well. Like as my first 5 stars, so I was like, I'll move on. I don't know, man. I've been really enjoying the game though. I'm really happy. Oh, hey! Hey! This chick, I was just talking about her. Okay. Leave her a little test, a little try. Looks like she has a cool little system. Damn it. I need 28 more. Let me see. What is she? She's light. Are mono teams like kind of worth it in this game? I haven't really looked that much into it. Heal, 1 decibel. When a shuffle occurs, all allies perform 50% extra attack on a random enemy. Remove decibel Upon activation, plus 50% extra attack damage per decibel, max 5 stacks. Okay. So how do I shuffle? Just shuffle one of her cards? Discard one card with the highest cost. Then the combatant who owned that card performs 150% extra attack to a random enemy. Heal 120% for one. Oh, shuffles like at the end of it. I see. When I like when you run out of cards in your deck and it shuffles back. I see when that happens. G-Cord is great. I have one that let you pick 3 cards and activate even 3 cost or more. Which one? G-Cord? Activate the top 1 cards of the draw pile. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, so the shuffle is when you run out of your deck, right? Pick 3 cards and activate them. Oh, reveal the top 3 cards of the deck, and you can choose which one to activate. The combatant with who owns the top card from the draw pile performs. Nice. It's only a 1 cost. Oh, she's pretty low too, actually. She's got all kinds of low cost. Draw 1, discard 1. With this effect, move discard card to the top of the draw pile. Oh, that's interesting. So, like, you could technically discard like a good card. If you don't have like the time to play it, then it'll just go back to the top. Reveal 3 random cards from the draw pile. Choose 1. So she's like kind of you control your draw a lot. Oh, it won't do Celestial with like her thing. It won't do this then. The ejection. She's like Cassius, but heals a lot better. Oh, okay. See, this is what it hasn't really been hard to figure out how to play because she has her own like kind of thing that she's been doing. But she was my first 5-star on this account. I like her design, and she has an insane design, dude. It's probably one of my favorites in the game. I would say pretty close. Well, I definitely need to like work on her a little bit more. Oh. And any 2-cost teammate. Yeah, maybe I need to look into some 2 costs. Well, so then, well, yeah. Haru, Amir. I mean, Amir has some stuff that's 2 cost. I feel like a lot of people, like I say, Beryl might be a little bit like really good with her as well. And so I feel like a lot of these people are like really low on like the cost of AP it takes. Has her on it. Oh, does she? Hold on. Damn, she gets all kinds of crazy shit. Which card does it? Oh, right here. Oh, okay. So she can do that stuff too. That could be kind of crazy to have her running. And then you're like playing a 2 cost and all of a sudden you get to play like 3 cards for free. If you have them in your hand, that could be kind of fun. Increased by 12% when the assign. Oh, actually, this is probably better on her. Well, I don't know. This one gains counterattack, but this one does defense-based attack damage. 6 copies? I don't know how many I have. Not 6. Where's her? Is it in the ego? I only got 2, buddy. I only got 2 of her. 2 2s. Really good for her. Okay. She does defense-based damage? I guess I wasn't paying attention. Oh, she does. Yeah, she does. Might be doable. Damn, I gotta pull some more. The thing is, like, I don't feel like my account's super behind, but like since I haven't pulled on Haru's thing, I've only pulled like 10 on her. And that was mainly to try to get another dupe of Beryl, which I actually ended up getting, but not from that. Like, I feel like I'm kind of lacking in some of like the dupes for 4 stars. You got 7 copies, I only got 1. I mean, luckily her first one's pretty good. Yeah, luckily this first one's pretty good because it reduces the cost of that heavy specialist, which is cool. But I would like to get kind of like some of these. Would be cool. I don't really have a lot of dupes of anybody, to be honest. I really just have not pulled much on this account. Like at all. I think I got one of everybody. I got a couple of Mika. Mika's at 3. You pulled on her? Yeah, she's fun. I mean, I like her anchor stuff. Like, she definitely has a cool, like, rotation and kit. And she definitely seems like she could be a lot of fun. What's up, Ko? Ren? I'm gonna try another chaos run, but I don't know if I want to stay up for another 40 minutes. I mean, keep getting my ass beat in chaos level 40. I feel that. Maybe I don't. Maybe I want to go to this one. This is small though. This is extra large. Yeah, I went over some of the different stuff. Like at the beginning of the stream. What? Anchor shot stolen for most of the fight. There's one mob that can eat your card that... Damn, dude, that would suck. That's like her whole thing. It gets eaten. What's it mean by it saying small? Does small mean like I can't really get anything out of it? I feel like this is where mono teams would be pretty well. That's kind of what I like concluded at the end of like that conversation. I was like, most people probably aren't going to care. Most people are just going to be happy to get a bunch of 10 pulls. What's my thoughts about it? I would say there's some valid points. I mean, there's some different things that I feel like are a little blown out of proportion. Like, you know, the whole story having to be about the protagonist and like being sidelined. I can kind of see that, but the response from the dev basically to say that they're gonna like keep it to a minimal to have relationships between characters, I feel like is kind of like not a good thing. You can definitely turn the tide to being like us as the protagonist and work on that versus like just having that be the main thought and then having no other relationships. I feel like that's super extreme. Like, you want characters in a story to be interconnected in a way and us to like kind of amplify that. You know, we want to be like kind of in there doing something, you know, maybe solving a problem or like whatever, but you want the characters to have a relationship before that or during that or to build that. And it kind of sounded like they were like, well, if you don't want any relationships, we'll just keep that to a minimal or just side stories. It's like, well, got to do both. And then obviously localization issues and text issues. I've seen some stuff where the text is like scrolled all the way off, and that's kind of annoying. So I definitely get that. But the side that they want to like rewrite essentially the first like 5 chapters, I feel like is a little excessive, in my opinion. I feel like from here on out, if they want the story to progress in a certain way, they just need to kind of steer the ship that way. The game's early enough to where it's like, yeah, you could like not really care about parts of the story or whatever, but it's early enough that you could start steering the ship in a way. You don't have to like rewrite it, in my opinion. If I had read the story, that would have bothered me too, but since I skipped everything after chapter 3, I don't fully understand the drama. I mean, there's a little bit of parts where it's like, it seems like Owen's more of like the guy in charge than us. Oh, I kind of want to do 40 because I want to get... I don't have 40 level teammates. But I don't know. It kind of just depends on personal preference. Like, if you care about you being like the dude and like the main protagonist, like, yeah, there's like a kind of issue with that in this game. But if you're kind of like one of those people that are like, you don't really care, then you're probably not going to have an issue with it. So I skipped a lot of the story just because I wanted to get into the content. Normally I'm a story person though. Normally, like, even on the channel I did like Arknight stories and stuff, like, so I read stories. And I feel like I have a good understanding of what makes a good story, you know? I've read a lot of good stories. I've watched a lot of... You use Finale on that? You asshole. The AI sucks. Why'd you use a Finale heal? Damn it. Auto asshole. Alright. Done. I'm in charge now. Can't be trusted. But, you know, overall, I feel like it's like one of those things where it's like, did it need to be like this whole thing where they made like a dev letter to being like super apologetic? I mean, probably not. It's not like they're like, you know, gypped a bunch of people and like lied to a bunch of people. Like, what kind of progression the story is going to have. So, I don't know. It's just one of those things, like I was saying earlier, I feel like a lot of people are just going to be like, okay, cool, I just get 50 pulls. All right. You know what I mean? Like, that's probably what it's going to come down to. Yeah, well, and that was the other point that I was making. I was like, well, it's kind of one of those things where, yes, you want to be receptive and you want to learn and listen to your community, but you have to have a balance of that. You have to have a give and take of like, this is the direction we want the game to go into, and this is kind of what we're wanting to do. Once you let the community take hold of a game to a certain point where it's like, not even the devs like game anymore. It's like our, like, you know, I don't know. I might as well be writing it. I might as well be doing it, you know? And then it's like, well, what if one community doesn't like, you know, what if Global doesn't like the way Korea wants it ran, and Korea doesn't like the way JP wants it ran, like, you know? And then it gets all this, like, that's why the devs are the mediator, dude. They're the ones who decide how the game progresses. You got to have somebody that takes charge and leadership of the company. You want to make sure that people listen. You know, if there are fundamental issues that need to be changed, then yes, you should listen. But I don't know. You can also cater too much. Well, yeah, I don't mind 50 free pulls either. Especially because I've saved a lot of my pulls anyway. So now that's just extra shit for me. But I don't know. I'd hardly call it drama, but you know how the gacha space is. And normally I wouldn't even really talk about it. The only reason I did talk about it is because I've been enjoying the hell out of the game. And I just kind of wanted to like give my thoughts and opinions on it, because it's like, you know, it's not like a huge thing, but I feel like it was enough to, like, if nobody gets a lot of info about it, they might be like, oh, well, so-and-so said this. And it's like, well, that wasn't really how it was, you know, so try to get some of the facts out. No, and I get that too. Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say is like, there's just a give and take to it. You want to have responsive, like, devs that pay attention, you know, but you don't want devs that are just like, oh, one person says that this story sucks. You know, it's like if you were like watching your favorite content creator and somebody said, I hate that you play X game. And then you have like thousands of people that like when you play X game, and then that YouTuber's like, well, I guess I'll never play that game again because, you know, 10 people said that they hated it, but 2,000 people like it. You know, that'd be kind of shitty because it'd be, well, well, you know, that's like kind of the balance you got to make. Sometimes you got to make your own choice about that. I mean, I know it's a little different, but. It's a bit hypocritical to criticize them for listening to KR community when we also complain if they don't listen to us about the issues that only affect us. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's like a balance of it. I'm not criticizing them for listening. I hope they don't go like too far with it. It's like when they say stuff like, oh, well, we're not going to write stories that have anything to do with any other interconnecting characters because, you know, the Korean community wanted it just to be fully on the protagonist. It's like, well, in my opinion, you don't make good stories by just writing about one small selection of groups. You want these characters to be like interweaving. You want them to have like a community and like build. You want them to feel like they have lives. So when you take that away, it makes it feel like, oh, well, nothing happens unless our character's there. If our character's not there, then they're not doing anything. They're just sitting there staring at the wall until we show up. And I don't know. I feel like that's not good story writing. So I don't know. It's just like a catch-22, in my opinion. But I also said at the end of that, like, we'll just have to see like what happens, you know. Obviously, we don't have the full details of like what they're gonna do. We just have like their intention, because it was just like a live stream where they're like, "Oh, this is what we kind of plan on doing," and it's like, well, I don't know how much they're gonna do, or maybe it was mistranslated or whatever, because it was only in Korea and it was only a Korean live stream, so people had to translate what the live stream said. So it's like, you know, it's not, you know, not to say that it got fully translated wrong, but there's a chance it could have had parts of it wrong or misinterpreted, you know, whatever. I don't know. There's a lot of people who like have opinions on stuff, and then it's like the end all be all type of stuff. I definitely think it's good to have discourse though. Like, you know, have people open up and talk about stuff. If they don't like certain things, then people should say something. But I also feel like it's the devs' decision whether they want to like do it, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully I made that sound make sense. I'm not really that great at talking at drama stuff because I usually don't cover it. Normally I just like to play games that I enjoy and then just leave it at that. I feel like the only reason I kind of care is because it's like, for the first time in a long time, this is a game that I really enjoy playing. There's a category called NTR where a character who looks like a child gets all the girls. I guess that's what they mean by NTR in the story. Well, yeah, it's like a harem thing too. But I don't know. I also don't really care for like harems and stuff like that either. But again, that's just like personal preference. You know what I mean? I don't know. Doesn't really matter like what I like or dislike fully, you know? If the story's good, I don't really care. Like, I've read some like stories where it's just like, oh, it's all about this character and all this stuff, and I don't know. If it's a good story, I don't really I guess I'll get over it. Like, I don't really care. I don't know. We'll just have to see how it unfolds. I mean, personally, as a person that like skipped most of this, it doesn't really like affect me a ton. Damn, I don't got nothing. Doesn't affect me a ton. I mean, I'm mainly just play right now for the fact that I like to play the main loop. It gets to a point where I'd like to read the story like I did in Arknights, and then, you know, I'll read it and see what's going on. I do like the fact that they said that they're kind of work on making it a little bit more darker, like they were originally going to have. So that's a good take. I do have her. Yep. Yeah, I actually pulled her not that long ago. And Ren. Really useful. She's fun. I mean, she has like some cool stuff to her. I haven't messed with her a ton. I only have like this save data so far. But a lot of her cards are like kind of creating different scenarios with her creations. And she has a lot of cool stuff. So I have a card. Let me see if I can see it. There's like a retain thing where it basically like, oh, where is it? Oh, right here. Yeah, heals and then activates the retain effect of all cards in hand. That's pretty cool. Because then like some of these characters have retain, like all the creations have some sort of like retain or exhaustion or something like that. So if you have a bunch of these guys in your hand, you can turn around and like rock it without having to retain, or like without having to go to the next thing, the next cycle. So it's pretty cool like that. I got to see if it affects barrel. I can't remember if it affects like other characters in my lot or like my team. I haven't really seen it. Oh, okay. So does it actually affect Barrel's thing? Because like that would be cool to her too. Because then you'd be able to proc her retain too. Because Barrel has quite a bit of stuff that's retained. There's a mob and blue mob that replace your whole hand at the end and screw this build up. Oh, she's hot. Yeah, there's a lot of hot girls in here. This is my favorite character design so far, I would say. But oh yeah, we got Thigh City, buddy. I'd say my favorite character design is probably her. Ren. Yeah, Ren is cool. She's got that like typical vibe. She's fun to play too. Her thing's a little wonky just because you have to stay in her like dark mist blade art thing. So she gets the most benefit. I actually have a pretty decent build of her. So I got like this one. 130% shield, draw 2 cards, increases cards shield by 30%. And then I had another one. I have like exhaust. This is 2,200% damage. Tenacity damage is all right. And then I got like critical damage for her. It's haste, which is pretty cool. And then I think I have 2 of them because I was able to duplicate it. But yeah, she's like, she's kind of interesting just because she needs to stay in her mode. So I feel like you have to get cards like at the start of the turn, obtain Dark Mist stance. So you have to like have a lot of cards that turn her into it. And I think there's ways to get it a little bit better than what I got. You got like different cards that could probably turn her faster or keep her in it longer. But that's the only like quote unquote issue I've kind of had with her is just like you want her to stay. Like, yeah, here you go. Like create 1 Dark Mist secret art, you know, or like whatever. And it gives you like different stuff. That's the only real like quote unquote issue I've really had with her. It's just she can be kind of hard to use depending on what your rotation is. I kind of use her though. She's fun too. She does like tenacity damage and marks. Marks are pretty interesting. I don't know. I got to do a couple more builds, dude. There's all kinds of stuff you can do in this game that I haven't even touched the surface of. Mainly because I haven't drawn enough. I haven't drawn enough characters, honestly. I like dupes of characters. I even got like it. I don't even have like their memory fragments, like whatever this is. Most of these characters, I don't even have good sets on these guys. I got critical damage on her and a little max AP or HP, but I mean the critical damage is pretty nice, but other than that, not really anything else. I got crit on her as well. But I need to get more of these. I got defense on her because it was the last thing I had. This isn't even that great. I don't even know why I have this on her. Inflicted by agony. She didn't even do it. I think I auto-equipped her. My bad. She's been sitting on there on nothing that helps her. Shit. Yeah. All right, chat. It's like midnight here, so actually it's almost 1 a.m. So I think I'm gonna rip and dip, buddies. I'm gonna get on getting. So if you guys don't mind, if you haven't already hit the like button, it helps even after the fact. Helps with the, you know, progression of the stream after it's done being live. And if you are new and you want to hang out, we stream mostly on the weekends. I'll play this and Arknight's Infield and stuff when that comes out. But right now, I'm mainly just playing this. But sub to the channel if you guys want to hang out and do all that stuff on the weekends. And yeah, have a good rest of your night, guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out. We find a little outro song for everybody. Hey, lady, quiet. All right, guys. Have a good rest of your night. Peace.